up for you guys. Hi guys, it's Tarot back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing Spiritual Doors Part 3. If you haven't checked out Part 1, Part 2, you can go ahead and check it out. I'm going to try to group it in a playlist so you guys can view that and have somewhere y'all can go back and listen. But I created Spiritual Doors just to help people who may be feeling called to spirituality, feeling called to starting a new journey within their self, the whole inner journey process. So I just feel there's not too much people who thoroughly explains certain things step by step. And it's not really about money and stuff like that. I truly have a calling to help people. So of course I have classes, I have other personal things you can do if you would like to learn more or join a class or book a reading with me. That's fine, but I try to do this free for those out there who needs a little bit more guidance, because I personally didn't have it. So I just want to be helpful to people who may need it. So that being said, I do go over the baby details that people don't explain when it comes to this journey. Being spiritual is just being free from things that tie you down. So when people say spiritual, it's not automatically meaning they're into Ifa, hoodoo. It's just free from what they learned, free from restriction, free from religion and stuff like that. So take it how it resonates for you. And yeah. So the first thing I want to go over is awareness. The name of this is awareness. So I want to break down, what do I mean by awareness? A lot of people start their inner journey with the wrong mentality. Okay. So when I'm talking about awareness today, we're going to go over everything as far as which mentalities you should be in, how should you be more vigilant and stuff like that. Because a lot of people become spiritual and think, okay, some people just view it as a game or a trend, and I just want to be clear as possible. When you're starting your spiritual journey, your intention should not be anything material. I'm going to say it again. When you're starting your spiritual journey, your intention should not be anything materialistic. Okay? So when you're deciding to have a higher calling, or you feel like you have a higher calling, your first thing that you do shouldn't be, oh, how can I bring in money? Oh, how can I get John to love me? Or how can I get this person to be in love with me? That's not the first thing you should do when you're starting to be awakening on your inner journey. Your first thing you should do is heal. Self-healing. Okay? This is a spiritual class. It's called Spiritual Doors, and it just helps people who need assistance on their spiritual journey. I already have 2 other videos, so y'all can check that out. So yeah, the first thing you shouldn't have in your mind is materialistic things, because this is an inner journey. It's going to come with a lot of shadow work, a lot of reflection, a lot of truths. It's better to get those things out the way, because money, love, finance, all that stuff is going to come at the end naturally. A lot of people get into spirituality or get into some type of Ifa or magic, whatever, and they want to get abundance or love, marriage, stupid things like that. And it's not stupid, but it's tangible, it's surface level, and that is not what spirituality is about. And if you feel like that's something you want to do you, but that's just not what it's about. Awareness can go in many forms. Now, it's not just materialism. Awareness is also knowing who to trust, knowing who to take advice from, knowing who to watch. When it comes to that, you really won't know if you don't have a good intuition. But the best thing I can tell you is to do your research. If you hear something that you're interested in or that you believe is the truth, please go further, research it. Find out if that's true. Find out if what you heard makes sense. Research it in different ways. I feel like this is a infinite learning cycle. Once you become spiritual, it's not, oh, I know that this is this and this is what it is, and I'm not going to dig into it anymore. No, I feel like you're going to keep learning and learning and learning and learning and growing as you go. So you're never going to stop learning. Once you take that cap off, once you decide to be, all right, this is where I want to be, I feel chosen, you need to know that you're always going to be a student, even if you're a teacher. Okay? Another thing is you need to be aware that everybody doesn't have a good spirit. Everybody's not good for you. That doesn't mean to be cautious and paranoid, but watch who you trust, especially in a spiritual community, because a lot of people do things for trend or money, or it can be as bad as some people who practice in a negative way could try to use you in multiple ways. I always tell my students to do things yourself. Even if you feel like you don't have a strong ashe, if you feel like ashe is your power. Ashe is the power behind it. So when somebody says ashe, you're making it set in stone. But the ashe is the power that you hold. Power. So sometimes you may do something and it might not be as strong, but you just have to build it. I'd rather you do that than to go out there and try to go to somebody else that you don't fully trust or know nothing about. So awareness is very important. Awareness is very, very, very important in so much different ways. Okay? Another way awareness is important is if you're not somebody that picks up on signs from spirit normally, or since you were a child, whatever, then you need to build that. You need to build that. You need to practice that. Spend time alone. Nothing I'm saying here is something that you need to go out and buy. So I'm really telling you guys the tools and the tips and things that helped me, because I literally didn't have anybody to sit here and teach me. Okay? So, reflection. Reflection is going to be super, super important for you. If you want to be a good spiritualist, a good practitioner, or just a good person as a whole, I feel like the best people in this world did shadow work, because they're healed. They know how to handle people. They know how to talk to all type of people. They can go anywhere and survive it because they did the work within. And this is what I just try to teach my students. And that is more important than anything, because it builds your ashe. Okay? Building your ashe should be your number one goal, other than protection and stuff like that. I'm talking about without tools, without a candle. That's important. Okay? I'm not going to give y'all all the juice and riz, as you youngsters say, but I am going to give you guys tips where you can watch this video, pause it, stop it, and then, you know, take it with you. But again, if you guys are interested in anything deeper, you can always email me at I think it's Haitiangoddesstarot@gmail.com, but I'm going to look it up. It'll be in my description. So, the next thing I want to tell you guys is humble beginnings. Humble beginnings. What do I mean by that? Don't let your ego take over. Even if you're somebody that's starting spiritual journey and you already have family members that was in it, or cousins, or you think you were born with some type of gift, whatever, be humble. Being humble will keep you close to spirit. Spirit don't like all that extra ego. And it's a free practice. It's an inner journey. Everybody's journey is different. So to have ego when something is free, that means you're not in the right space. You're not in the right headspace, and you're just going to create problems for yourself. A whole bunch of stuff. Okay? It's better to be humble. No matter if you know something, you don't know something. Always be a student. Always be humble when it comes to what you're learning and picking up on what your knowledge is, what you're knowing. If you want to drop content and do stuff, do it. But do it humbly. Okay? You're not better than anyone. No one's better than you. Keep a equal mind. It's a practice. It's a free practice. You're in your own lane. You have to view it that way. It's not a competition. And a lot of people have that messed up. That's where they go wrong, because they treat their journey as competition when they interact with other spiritual people, or when they see other spiritual people doing things. They start to feel like they want to compete. When you are in that space, you are still low vibrational, and you're not ready to fully be in your element, because there's no way in hell. You're doing something for yourself, an inner journey. You're working on yourself, and you want to compete with somebody else that has nothing to do with you. You guys have two separate lives. You may have separate similarities. You may be into the same things, but you're still your own person. So this is something I definitely teach my students, because I just feel like it's better to follow your own journey. It'll keep you in your own lane when you're humble, when you're not worried about what the next person is doing or what rank they got. You know, it's not about those things. That's low level stuff. And I really advise y'all to not, like, try not to let someone's progress or someone's journey trigger you, because you may be trying to work on yourself and do certain things and it may not work right away and it could frustrate you, but that's just your journey. You may have generational curses you need to break. You may have deeper things that's making it harder for you to get through this cycle. You have more lessons to learn. It could be anything. So don't look at the other person and think, oh, they're doing this and I'm not here yet. It wasn't your time. It's not your time yet. Stay humble, stay consistent, okay? Because Spirit loves that. The next thing I want to say, and I can't stress this enough, is learn as much as you can. Learn. Keep learning. Keep learning. Like I said, you are going to forever be a student, and it's better to view it that way. It will keep that little egotistic energy away from you. Because if you view yourself as a student, of course you can still be a teacher and teach others, but still be a student. And amongst all that, still be a student. Okay, keep learning, keep researching, build your ashe. Do certain things to build your ashe personally between you and your spirit guides. All right. And I also want to talk about why protection is so important when you are entering a spiritual journey. Now it depends. I feel like everybody should pray for protection in certain things, but when you are interested, say for instance, if you are interested in joining Ifa or Haitian voodoo or something else, now you're going to need more protection because you are working with energies you're not sure about, and you want to make sure that no one comes around you knowing that you don't know much, trying to use you, trying to steal your energy, your power, or try to make it seem like you're less than what you are. You first have to know who you are before you want to do anything like that. Protect yourself. Always ask for protection in your prayers. Always ask for guidance. Those are the major things. I don't think you should go a day without asking Spirit for those things and saying thank you, having gratitude. Okay, all that's important. Treat it like it's somebody, like when Spirit gives you a download or when you feel like you got a message from higher powers and divine stuff like that, say thank you. That's like if somebody gave you something, are you gonna just take it? No, you're gonna say, oh, thank you. I didn't know you noticed I needed that. You don't have to say those things, but I'm just saying thank you, having gratitude will really build your ashe, and it will have Spirit look at you in a different light, okay? But I'm just trying to give you guys the quick rundown of it all in a quicker way. If you're interested in a deeper connection or more messages when it comes to this, y'all can hit my email. I'm gonna put it in the description box. But I'm just giving you guys some quick tips that you can use to help you on your journey. Okay, guys, it's all authentic, and I really love and care about y'all. And I want y'all to have what I didn't have, which is somebody that's telling y'all the truth. And it's not all rainbows and butterflies, but it gets there. The best thing you should do is work on yourself and self-love. And I know a lot of people say self-love when it comes to love, and it's deeper than that. When you love yourself, you almost can find alignment with anything. It goes so deeper than that, but I explain that in my classes. The last thing I want to mention is to remain authentic no matter what you're going through. Because once you are on this journey, you are going to get distractions. You are going to get people that don't want to mess with you no more because they think you're this, they think you're that. Just a whole bunch of things that could really lessen your spirit and make you feel broken. But the best tip I can give you is, through it all, just remain authentic. Even if you gotta cry, even if it hurts, remain authentic as much as you can, because I promise you, if no one around you see it, God sees it, Spirit sees it, and you're going to get, I want to say, recognition. So, hey, some of you may get recognition. Some of you might get fame. All I know is the universe is going to pay you back for remaining strong, for remaining authentic, for staying true to what your mission is in this life. Okay? But I don't want to make this too long for you guys. I just really wanted to give y'all these tips. I hope it helps. I'm going to give you guys a quick little thing you can do amongst yourself when you're home by yourself. Take it, leave it, it's up to you. But just know, I'm here for you guys. So if you want to connect more to your spirit guides, you guys should do this. I want to say Monday nights, take your shower. I want to say like around 9 o'clock, you know, before midnight. Take your shower. Make sure you're clean. Make sure you have white. I would prefer sleep with white sheets. White is purity, by the way. There's nothing evil about anything that I'm saying. You want to stay pure as much as possible, because we're not a negative, we're on the positive side. So you want to keep your energy clean and pure, especially before you go to sleep, because that can really mess you up for the next day. But that's another story. Stay pure, clean. You're going to take a white candle, say your night prayers, whatever it may be, and ask your guides to give you clarity. Ask your guides to give you protection, guidance, a better connection between you and your spirit guides. Ask for these things. Build a connection. Okay? Start small. But it will really help. Okay? You can do that every Monday until you get some type of result. But if you need anything deeper, of course, you can always hit my email. And I hope this helps for you guys. I will be making another video like this. I will keep dropping these videos because I know it helps some of you guys. So I love you all, and I hope y'all have a beautiful day. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.